got some cannabis by the numbers today. Andrew's going to hit us with that. Jay is going to share some celebrity weed news. And then we're going to put it all together and do some celebrity by the numbers, sort of, in a new segment called My Top 3. Hi, everybody, and welcome once again to VoteProPot-Cast, the podcast that has, I don't know, there's probably some kind of slogan we should have there. We're the podcast that does, but, you know, it's VoteProPot-Cast, and you know all about that. We're here once again. We're glad you're here once again.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's we took last week off, but we're back, and nice. Things are good. It's another day above ground.
The air. It's getting chilly in the mornings, dark early, and the leaves are starting to change. I love it, man. It's my time of year. Digging it. You don't like it?
I like it. It just means that winter's coming, but
well,
actually, it's harvest time. That's great. All the fruits and vegetables are being harvested, and they're plentiful, and also all the weeds being harvested.
Oh man,
my outdoor crops are being
looking good.
Actually, outdoor crops probably have already been harvested.
Right.
Probably most, 99% of them, and probably being cured as we speak.
Yeah,
You're probably going to start seeing some of them, or some people will. I don't buy black market weed, but and I don't know how much the legal although there definitely is some legal cannabis grown in Maryland outside.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I've got a couple plants, and I just went 12-12 about 3 weeks ago, and man, they're going ape. Looking good.
Yep.
what does go 12-12 mean?
12 light, 12 dark, and that's when it makes them bud.
You've got the growers lingo down, man. I'm not hip to that, dude.
They're looking really good. Really good.
Yeah, they should get. They could actually double in size.
So, are you getting buddage?
Yes, getting some nice buds. They're about the size of the last two knuckles of my pinky right now. They're getting there.
All right.
I don't know how much longer I got, but
how many knuckles do you have on your pinky?
Two.
Up to you. You say okay.
Well, yeah.
How many knuckles do you have on your pinky?
Last two
my two knuckles. That's a weird, I'm trying to visualize how big is that?
I was trying to think of something to gauge how big it is to tell you.
Your thumb.
My thumb? No, they're not quite that big, but anyway, it's doing great. I'm psyched.
All right.
I'm psyched.
Yeah,
now, do you have to give it all back to your cousin or friend or whatever it is?
No, he's moved, so it's mine. I've inherited it. It's mine. I own it now. It's in my house, and it's my plant.
And it's legal to grow, so can't no one say shit about it.
No. I see the neighbors when I open my garage door. Like I do some woodworking in my garage now, and I'll have it open on a Saturday, and he's got this big black tent going woo, blowing. But
fucking legal. Fuck
yeah. Right. Arrest me, man.
Yeah. You and your pinky buds.
Oh, I see women, grabbing their children to their breast and scooting away. Don't look, holding their eyes. Oh well.
I used to live behind a church, and I was in the bar. I was in the nightclub business for 25 years. So I used to have parties that started after last call. So people would be arriving at my house like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, great.
And then sometimes there would still be people there, or there'd be people passed out on my back patio when people were going to church in the morning. And one day, I had one of my DJs who's passed out
heathen, Andrew.
He's passed out on a hammock, and every flat surface had an empty bottle or can on it, And he literally said he saw the family going in and a mother, covering her children's eyes as they walked by my yard.
Don't look at the heathens. Yeah, it's literally his fence. He had one of those metal great fences. The back of his yard was at the parking lot of the church.
Yeah. The church, yeah.
Anyway, well, there you go. So what do you got? You got a cannabis by numbers thing. What's that?
Yeah, okay. That's just some, cannabis, and sort of looking at it through a numerical eyepiece. Okay, so let's say 4 California marijuana companies.
Well, where are you getting this from?
I should tell you this. I'm getting this from Maryland Leaf Magazine.
Oh, okay. It's an article in a magazine.
Yeah, gotcha. And they sort of have this thing that's pretty cool. So they say 4 California companies have sued the state as of September 17th after having their licenses revoked.
Good.
Because of the change in the laws, they were operating legally, and now they took them away. Which they should, because you really shouldn't be able to legislate someone out of business.
Well, and they keep doing that. They keep changing the regulations, and then people are,
I hope they win their suit.
They give these growers or dispensaries owners, a temporary license, and then they have to do all this shit and pay $1 million to get the. It's just.
I'm going to submit a friend of the court brief that just says "fucking A, man."
So that's it, man. I'll sign it.
Okay, 9 months.
9 months
was the age of Michigan's youngest medical marijuana patient as of September.
Wow,
Michigan. 9 month old. 9 month old is God. Okay. Must have been hard filling out the forms. With little hands,
epilepsy
with a crayon.
Or something. Yeah, poor little guy.
Well, or brain tumor or something like that. Unfortunately. Okay, 30 grams or more of cannabis can get you a level 6 felony in Indiana. Now, isn't that still crazy?
Another reason not to go to Indiana.
That's more than an ounce, though. If you have an ounce, you're good. Sort of.
I don't know.
Well, 28 grams is 2 grams more than an ounce. I mean, it's not. It's
basically, up to anything over an ounce, and it's a felony.
Felony. Because they probably say, well, it's distribution over an ounce.
Welcome to 1950, Indiana.
Really. So 51 pounds of marijuana was seized from 59 different bags on September 16th in Nashville Airport.
Hey, I was at Nashville Airport that weekend. I told you that story. There was a woman in front of me, I swear to God, and her grandmother, the woman was like my age almost. She was probably in her 50s. And she had weed on her, and they pulled her over, and it was ugly, man, because I was waiting, and I had to wait for her for a while. So you said there's 59, what now? 59 pounds?
51 pounds.
51 pounds. Out of 49 different So it's not like they're getting them all at once.
Someone tried to smuggle in 51 pounds. This is 49 people,
But that's more than a pound a person.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's traveling around with a pound of weed in an airport? What kind of idiot?
Well, people in Nashville.
God. Well, anyway, you got to.
It's not only the country music capital of the world; it's the
get caught at the airport with weed capital of the world.
I mean, if it was a couple hundred or 1,000 people, and they each had a joint,
if you go to the airport with a pound of weed,
you're a moron.
Whatever you get.
Yeah, you know what I think? I think everybody's flying with weed nowadays. I think many people are flying.
Not a pound, though. Yeah, I mean a joint or a vape pen.
You know what this probably was? They probably caught one person with like 30 pounds or 40 pounds, and the rest was ounces or here and there.
Yeah.
Well,
I can see someone getting caught with 2 ounces of weed.
Well, that person's in deep doo-doo.
So what's the law? I guess it doesn't matter because it's federal, but
it's illegal in Tennessee. I mean,
it's illegal in Tennessee.
But chances are, as I understand it, the TSA has to call the local authorities to have you arrested.
Well, I told a story on here a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, because they're not going to get the FBI there to arrest you.
No. They have to call local authorities. The ATM or ATM.
And then the local authorities have to decide whether they give a shit or not.
Right. Now in Virginia,
I told you this woman in front of me, they pulled out of her bag, out of her thing. They pulled her aside, and they were really giving her some shit. And it was a little, I swear, it was like maybe a 16th. It was just a little vial with weed in it, and they were giving her shit. I don't know what happened. So there'll be
nothing good
shit in the airport. Definitely don't take a pound.
125 cannabis dispensaries are currently operating in Arizona, which launched recreational in 2020.
Wow.
And Arizona, is mostly just like desert tumbleweeds and cactus, right?
Yeah,
and
there's a lot of dispensaries.
It's not really highly populated or densely populated, I should say.
Well, you got Phoenix and Tucson, basically.
Yeah.
I lived in Tucson. Yeah, Flagstaff. But still, that's
a
pretty
lot
impressive.
Of
that's impressive.
It's a lot. It's pretty bad. Okay. Now here's $25,000 will be the cost of a medical marijuana license in Watertown, South Dakota. City Council decided.
How much?
$25,000.
Now, I don't know if
that's awesome.
Well, that'd be great if the license is to open up a medical marijuana dispensary.
That's what I'm saying.
The cost of a medical marijuana license. Okay, yeah, so it's for dispensary.
That's a deal, man. I mean, shit, you got to have $1 million in the bank for a bond.
That is pretty.
in Virginia, Maryland, D.C., any of these normals.
But that's just in Watertown, South Dakota. I mean,
well, true, but still, I wonder.
I mean,
what's the population of Watertown?
Right. I mean, how many dispensaries can open?
I don't know.
Okay, I got another story here. Now, this happened in Michigan. Now, a trash truck was driving down the street. The guy lost control, drove over the median, went up over the curb into there was an old vacant building. There's a lot of commercial buildings that have been sitting empty for years because they just can't freaking rent them.
Right.
So he ran up over the curb into the building, went through the cinder block wall into the building. And when the police got there, they discovered 260 plant illegal marijuana grow.
Oh, shit.
Imagine that having an illegal grow and a fucking trash truck and smashing through the wall.
You think the guy driving the trash truck had a bad day?
Talk about being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Damn. Well, that's pretty good stuff. I got some my standard celebrity news stories.
We're gonna call the people the growers from that. We're gonna call them the hole in the wall gang.
Yeah. Ba-dum.
Yeah. All right, celebrity news. You ready for this?
Go.
No,
Wait.
I couldn't care less about celebrity news, but go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, please.
I couldn't care less about celebrities. Now I care about Jay, so I'm.
Well, the thing is, guys,
to be interested.
It's harder. Tell me if you guys agree. It's getting harder and harder to fill this half hour with news stories about weed.
It's all the same story.
It's all the same freaking story.
Every state has the same story.
And it's hard. The federal government's not doing anything because they have a few other problems right now. So you're not seeing any kind of legislation really moving.
Right.
And there's just not a lot going on. So, you got to do what you got to do. So,
and there's another reason.
My pleasure here is celebrities. So cut me some slack. Another reason. What's the other reason?
Well, I think, and I have proof here that a lot of the journalists that are covering the marijuana industry are just smoking way too much weed.
That's probably it. Yeah. So
yeah. Like I have an article here where this journalist really felt it noteworthy to write an article about in Virginia since July 1st, since they legalized recreational marijuana, arrests have been down 90%.
What?
No. Imagine that. It's like, no fucking shit. I mean, you had to write an article
about that? Yeah. Pretty much. If it's not illegal anymore, you're not going to be arresting as many.
This is news. This is news.
So, yeah, unless something monumental occurs on the federal level, and we've been teased about it for years now, and nothing's going to happen, or at least it hasn't happened yet. And until such time, you're right. It's kind of the same stuff. So hit us, Jay,
with your celebrity news.
All right, with your fucking celebrity.
Well,
shit.
two of my celebrities are professional. Fuck you. Two of mine are professional basketball players. First of all, we got Chris Webber. Remember Chris?
I remember
HBO
Chris.
Hall of Fame and entrepreneur Chris Webber on Tuesday broke ground on Players Only Holdings, a $50 million cannabis production and training facility in Detroit's Corktown neighborhood. Once completed, the new facility, sitting on 9 acres near the Detroit River, is expected to create hundreds of jobs over the next 3 years. So that's good news.
I like that.
Co-founded by Weber with fellow entrepreneur Lavetta Willis, Players Only is a Black-owned business focusing on cannabis cultivation, real estate development, brand partnership, and creative content development and management. The 180,000 square foot player-only facility, dubbed the Weber Wellness Compound, will include a 60,000 square foot cannabis cultivation operation,
pretty cool,
an 8,000 square foot cannabis dispensary, and a private consumption lounge. So that sounds fun, man.
I think that sounds great.
So people are going to pay him to go in and grow his marijuana for him.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works. Pretty cool. Now we have another.
But can I ask you a question about this? So is this? So it's a African American owned company, but is it exclusively for African American students, or can
no? It's just a business, man. It's just
he's the owner.
It's a vertical business.
He's African American, and the co-owner is.
So okay. I got the impression that it was just for African American students.
No. It's called Players Only Holding. So it's a vertical company.
It's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, they got a growth.
Now it's possible that they market primarily to African American community, and that's fine. But I don't think there's anything exclusive about it.
I think the key here, in terms of race, maybe, is where it's located. It's in a place that's going to create jobs, in a place that needs jobs. So right on.
Good for him. Good for Chris.
The other one is Allen Iverson. Remember him?
Allen Iverson, also NBA.
NBA, went to Georgetown, so we know him here in D.C. NBA superstar and former Georgetown basketball player Allen Iverson has released a line of cannabis products with a strain designed to taste like splurgy Dom Perignon champagne. The Basketball Hall of Famer launched the Iverson collection earlier this month through fellow NBA alum Al Harrington's cannabis brand Viola, I'm familiar with Viola. The first strain to be released in the product line is Iverson's indica-dominant hybrid dubbed 96, a homage to the year he was drafted into the NBA, after playing 2 seasons of Hoya basketball, right on, with Georgetown and John Thompson Jr. Remember John Thompson? So,
I remember.
Yeah. And I have one more celebrity for you.
Okay. Is this from the NBA?
No more NBA, no more sports. This is Olivia Newton-John, who was, what was she?
She never played in the NBA, as far as I know.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Let's get physical. Let's get physical.
Yeah, she was.
Remember that?
Man,
that album came out 40 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, at least. Yeah, that's right.
I just saw something on TV about the other day. They're celebrating the 40th anniversary.
Now she's got one called "Let's Get Medical."
Well, she we've covered her before. She has been fighting stage 4 breast cancer, and she's been in the news, in the weed news before, about the fact that she uses it. But apparently she went on a television show this week sometime. Olivia mentioned that some days can be harder than others. She revealed that she uses medical marijuana to help with some of the physical pain. Quote, "Right now, I'm feeling pretty good. I have my days, I have my pains. But the cannabis that my husband grows for me has been a huge part of my healing, and so I'm a very lucky person." So apparently her husband has grown her some weed. We wish her the very best. I think she was wonderful. She was gorgeous.
Mr.
Gorgeous. She's beautiful. And best of luck. Stage 4 breast cancer. Scary stuff.
Yeah, we were back in the 80s. We were young. We were in our 20s, and she was just, she was
even before that in Greece,
Right.
Oh,
I guess that was where she got her start, right?
Yeah. Well, no, she was already a celebrity, a recording artist before that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
She had her first hit in like 74 or something like that. So she was already kind of up and coming, but Greece made her a superstar with John Travolta.
Was she a star in Australia before she...
I expect she probably was.
In the States?
I don't know. Now, did you guys ever watch Grease? Is that,
not my thing.
That was kind of a chick flick in a lot of ways.
I like chick flicks.
What do you mean? My family's we're from Greece.
Oh, yeah, well, there's that.
I don't know why
different Greece,
I don't know why I used an Italian accent to say that.
Yeah, really. It's a different spelling too, bro.
Hey.
That brings us to the My Top 3 segment today, and we're going to try this out. We're going to see how well this goes, and for today's topic, we've decided, kind of along the same lines as the celebrity pitched here, to do something non-weed related. Today's topic is my top 3 guilty pleasure movies. Now, these are movies that you like, but you don't want people to necessarily know that you like. Because
so these are movies...
You smoke a joint.
So these are movies. So basically, it's movies you like to get stoned and watch.
Well, you could get stoned to watch it, or you could watch it just without getting stoned, or do anything.
I'd like to say here that Phil threw this at us in a production meeting. I think it's a great idea. It'll be a lot of fun, but no prep here. We're just like
we're just really off the cuff. We're winging this, and so we did come up with 3. I think we each came up with 3 guilty pleasures, stuff that I'm going to go first with my. We'll each take turns with our number 3. All right,
number 3. Okay, what do you got?
Okay, number 3 is from 1996, The Nutty Professor. Now, this is
with Eddie Murphy.
With Eddie Murphy, not the 1966. I think it was Jerry Lewis. It was the same idea, same concept, but this was Eddie Murphy's take on it. And let's leave alone the fact that it's freaking brilliant. I mean,
Oh, he's brilliant.
Eddie plays like six different parts, and they're all hilarious, and he's brilliant at it. The guilty pleasure part is well, let's just say it has a fart scene. Okay? And
farts are funny, bro.
Well,
okay?
I mean, if you're an arrested adolescent us.
Jay, I've known Jay for over 50 years, and your farts are not funny.
They're nothing funny about that, man.
They're serious, man. They're serious.
But, I mean, there are lots of movies, very famous fart scenes. Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles, yeah.
But a big fart scene. Austin Powers.
Oh, yeah.
There's a few of them but this one tops them all. Because at the end of it all, Eddie Murphy's father, who he plays, Cletus, ends up shitting his pants.
I tell you, we're so mature, but no, if you haven't seen this,
come on, Cletus, come on over here. Come on, you don't have to protect. You limping back though.
Just go on YouTube and put in the name of the movie, The Nutty Professor dinner scene. It's so funny. It must have taken him a month.
Oh my God, that was great. So that's my number 3, Nutty Professor.
All right, my number 3 is Elf.
Elf. Oh.
I love that movie, man. I'm a sucker for Christmas movies anyway.
Yeah,
I'm an old sentimental sap, but that movie is really funny. He's hilarious. I mean, I don't know. I think Will Ferrell's one of the funniest guys out there making movies. Now, a lot of people will say, "Oh, come on, he only plays one part. He plays the same guy in every movie." But he does it so well.
Well,
I mean, whether he's
you can
Ricky
say that
Bobby
about a lot of people.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood played the same part in every movie.
Right,
he was great.
Right. Yeah. Well, anyway, I liked Elf. I thought that was a fun movie.
All right, Elf.
Okay,
what do you got, Andrew?
As opposed to my 2 co-hosts here, I've matured since I was 12.
Sure. We know
you.
Yeah,
you're at a 10th grade level now. Great, good for you.
Yeah. What do you got? What's your number 3?
Frozen. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm joking. No, actually, one of the movies I've always liked to watch is because I like my guilty pleasure are romantic comedies. I really like this. I really,
Me too.
Okay. And
the one
with a little science fiction twist was a movie called Kate and Leopold.
Oh yeah,
Kate and Leopold. I haven't thought of that in ages.
Hugh Jackson and Meg Ryan. Right. And I forgot the other guy, the other guy who plays the star in that, the third co-star. But it's a great movie, really great.
Yeah,
movie.
that's a good one.
It's sort of a time travel thing. But
I was going to say they go back in time and stuff. Yeah, that's a good movie.
If you want to say it's a great movie for couples, because guys going, oh, it's science fiction, it's kind of.
I thought Andrew was going to go with like Rambone or something.
Yeah,
guilty pleasure.
Yeah, on Golden Blonde.
He's making a face at here. Not that kind of guilty pleasure.
Shaving
bro.
Ryan's privates.
Yeah, so we're safe now. We don't know what each other's picking. So what's your number 2? Yeah.
Number 2 from 2004. I'm sorry, I like this movie, Mean Girls.
What?
It is a teen chick flick.
Never saw it.
Well, it's got
there's some hotties in it. I know that.
Rachel McAdams is in it, and she's hot as balls.
Yep.
And Lindsay Lohan.
Oh yeah.
Back when
before she got dirty.
Yeah, before she lost her looks, that she was pretty hot. Now there's a bunch a bunch of SNL people. Tina Fey. Tim Meadows is in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a few. Amy Poehler, I think, has a part in that. There's some funny, but it's a pretty funny movie.
Is it? Okay. I've never seen it.
And I'm sorry, I don't get tired of looking at those girls. They're just hot.
Nah, not at all. All right, my number 2 is got to be Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. First time I saw the movie, I laughed so hard. And I know it's stupid. People there's scene I think that's the one where he's driving the golf cart and he has to, and he has to back it up and it takes him there's just so many stupid scenes, but I just laughed my ass off. I still, when I'm flipping through the TV guide and that movie's on a channel, I'll stop and watch for 15 minutes. It's just, that's a good one, man. So now let's recap. We've got Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy, Saturday Night Live.
Okay, we've got Mean Girls with Tina Fey and Tim Meadows, a bunch of Saturday Night Live.
Right.
You've got, which one did you have? Oh,
Austin Powers.
With
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers, Saturday Night Live.
We're onto something here.
Onto something here.
For my number 2 is it's not a movie, but it's a there was a movie, but it's a television series,
kind of a franchise.
And it's Battlestar Galactica, and it was the second one. It's dated Katie Sackhoff, who's like a science fiction, who's great. Edward James Olmos was in it. This girl Grace Parks, who played Boomer in there. She's in Hawaii Five-0, the TV series now.
That was a good show. You're right.
And the other girl her name was Tricia Helfner, who was also was just in Lucifer, the TV show on Netflix, which is another great TV show, if you ask me.
Interesting show.
So Battlestar Galactica is great.
That was a good show. I'm with you on that one, man. That was really cool. There good stories, and it was well done. Star Trek kind of second generation kind of thing, you know. Anyway, Phil, what's your number 1, bud?
Okay. This is one I'm still a little embarrassed about. This came out in 1977, the year we graduated from high school, and it was a joke back then. Saturday Night Fever.
Oh, what?
Saturday Night Fever.
Well, it wasn't a joke. It was a huge success.
It was a huge hit. But it was the Bee Gees and all this disco music, which we hated.
Oh, we hated it back then. We had those
and
disco
John Travolta, who we hated.
Right. We hated because they got all the girls. Yeah,
but it's a good movie.
Is it really?
I remember high school, and Jay, think about it. Phil was into Casey and the Sunshine Band. And
I don't remember being into Casey and the Sunshine.
Because we played one of their songs and you sang it, and I can remember you would come out from behind your keyboard and be front and center, and you'd ham it up with a microphone. And
that's just me putting on the show.
Man. Well, you know what I think about?
You could be right about that. I don't remember being a Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Well, also Casey was a keyboard player. And
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
So the thing to me about Saturday Night Fever and
the tattoo you have on your ass, it says Casey and Sunshine.
God, you had to bring that up.
I got to be honest. I was not a Bee Gees fan back then. I thought they were corny and disco-y and all that shit.
They were disco. Who the fuck liked disco?
But now I listen to their songs and I'm like, damn. That is a well-written song, man. That is a beautiful song.
And a lot of those songs from Saturday Night Fever, How Deep Is Your Love?
That's a beautiful song. I hated it back then.
Staying Alive. That's good stuff,
Those
man.
are great tunes, man. Brilliantly written songs, well recorded.
But the story was actually kind of good. I mean, the guy is, he's the big dance hall guy, but he's disillusioned with it all, and he's trying to find some meaning out of life.
I'll have to fire that one up. That wasn't high on my list.
You know what I feel like doing? I feel like breaking your broken leg. That's what I feel like doing.
I'll have to fire that one up, Phil.
I've never seen Grease.
No,
I've never seen Grease. I've never sat through the whole thing. I've seen bits of it.
Grease? I should say, and I've never seen Saturday Night Fever either.
All right, my number 1. You ready for this?
Go.
Wedding Crashers.
That's a good one.
I think that movie's so fucking funny, man. People make fun of it, how stupid it is, but that's another one I watch whenever I see it on the guide, man. It's just those guys crack me up.
Owen Wilson is funny. Wow.
Yeah, there's just some funny shit in there. And then that chick, that crazy girl that he hooks up with at the mansion.
Yeah, Amy. Is it Amy Adams?
No. Amy's the nice girl that the main guy goes with, but Vince Vaughn is the slimy one, and he hooks up with this chick who's just nuts.
Well, for me, my number 1 is anything Star Trek, any movie, TV, I love them all from the original series to
the original movie series,
the original movies to the new Discovery's great. I like Voyager and the TV movies and the books. There's a lot of good Star Trek books.
Taking away the fact that you grew up with it and you're a big fan, how do you think the original Star Trek TV show holds up today if you watch it? Because if young people watch it today, they'll be like, what the hell? But I still love it.
Well, it was kind of campy.
It's so low tech and kind of campy.
Low tech and campy.
Yeah, but
there was a lot of good morals in it, man.
Right. Oh, it was good TV.
A lot of morality plays too. Yeah,
it was good.
Racial injustice, and they covered a lot of territory in that show. It did it really
I
subtly.
hate to interrupt you, but I really want to give a plug to, there's something called Star Trek Continues, and it's a fan-based web series. And they built the sets, they got the costumes, and they got like some of the actors from Star Trek came and performed on the show, and they recorded shows. They picked up, they completed the 5-year mission because Star Trek was only on for 3 seasons.
Right.
So
It's hard to believe.
And they had the sound effects, everything. And Star Trek, MGM, I guess, said, you could do this, but you can't make any money. It's got to be a nonprofit. So no one got paid to do it. It was all, an act of love. And the guy who played Scotty on the original series, James Doohan.
Something like that. Yeah.
His son is in this. A couple of people who performed like guy that played Q is in an episode.
Oh, I love Q.
Me too.
And the guy who plays Kirk does a hell of a job.
So where can you watch this?
It's on YouTube for free.
Oh, no shit.
You watch on YouTube, and they have a website that you can go to.
Well, I'll tell you what, I still like the original series, although I've seen them all so many times.
Yeah, same.
It's like, this one, and I can probably pray it out in my head, and I don't need to watch it.
God, we're geeks.
Next Generation is a terrific show.
Great.
That was like more than 10 years later. It's like
Right.
Star Trek went off the air, then the whole thing just kind of went away, and then that came out. I guess some of the movies came out, but
And that was really well done, too.
Well, that's what
really
happened.
well done.
The movies came out, and they were hugely successful, and
that's true.
That's what helped raise the money for the Next Generation.
Right. Next Generation, I like Voyager. Deep Space Nine is just awful.
Yeah,
I can't. And no offense to anyone who loves that show. That's just it's.
It was it wasn't about a spaceship.
It wasn't, and it wasn't about space travel. It was about politics.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where there was 15 different species of humanoid, and they're all exactly the same except for their forehead. They got some lumpy shit on their forehead, so that's different. So there are different species.
This has turned into a weed geek show, man.
They have the Kardashians, right?
Well, yeah, they're real reptilian and everything, but yeah.
No, actually, it was Cardassians.
Cardassians, yeah. And everyone's trying to keep up with them, and
one.
See what I did there?
One of them married Kanye. The others,
you're right.
Waged war in the Delta Quadrant.
Yeah, right. Well, that's it for us, folks. Hope you enjoyed my top 3. If so, let us know, and we'll hit you with more of it one of these days. But we're really glad that you joined us today. If you liked what you hear, share us with a friend. Send us an email. Jay, tell us how to do that.
Podcast@VoteProPot.com. Send us an email. Let us know what your top 3 guilty pleasure movies are, and call our message line at 240-257-2441. Andrew.
Yeah, just a quick shout out to the state legislature in New Jersey, who over the summer expunged 362,000 marijuana arrests from people's records. Keep on going.
Right on.
Yeah, so there's like that and a lot of other tidbits of information we would like to share with you, but we don't have time on our little dog and pony podcast here.
Because we're talking about movies.
Because we're talking about fucking movies, right? And by the way, all those movies are great to watch while you're stoned.
That's true.
That was the purpose of that. Anyway, so go on social networking and share your ideas, your thoughts. Check out and see the things that we shared. You might learn something or find something entertaining or amusing. So just go to Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter, and just do a search for Vote Pro Pot.
Thank you.